Alright, these are my favorite horror authors and novels. Yes, I do wear black t-shirts and blue jeans all the time, just in case anybody's wondering. And actually that's no lie, that's what I wear to town. These and some Harley boots or whatever. So, anyway, here we go. Well, let me start with the old stuff. H.P. Lovecraft. Yeah, maybe eventually I'll get a room set up where I don't have to do this posturing, but anyway, H.P. Lovecraft at the Mountains of Madness. I have a whole bunch of his stuff. He started writing in the early, I think he published his first short story, The Beast in the Cave, in 1905, and he wrote up through the 30s until he passed away. But he was one of the fathers of horror, as far as I see it. He kind of came, he did some sci-fi stuff too. He kind of came after H.G. Wells and the dude whose name I can't think of for some reason. But that's H.P. Lovecraft. Here's someone I don't know if y'all are familiar with, Robert R. McCammon. I've been a fan of his for years and years and years. He wrote a bunch of stuff. This is The Wolf's Hour. This fictional account took place during World War II and has to do with the Nazis and an American who can become a werewolf. So he infiltrates the Nazi regime, and that's all I'm going to tell you. You'll have to read it, but Robert McCammon just wrote some awesome novels. They Thirst, which I can't seem to find right now, is one of my favorite vampire novels. I mean, it's really great. James Herbert, British author. Have a bunch of his stuff. If you're not familiar with him, check him out. He's wrote a bunch of stuff. It's James Herbert. Dean Koontz. Everyone's familiar with Dean Koontz. He kicks out a novel every week, it seems like. But I have a bunch of his stuff. This is actually not my favorite. This is The Bad Place. You'd have to read it. It's kind of hard to describe. But you know, I'm a big Koontz fan. Dan Simmons. This here, The Terror, is a little bit of a departure as far as what he normally writes, but it was really awesome. It's about a ship that gets locked in the ice, and I don't know, there are some cultural things going on here, and they're basically being stalked by something called the White Death, so you'll have to read it. I don't do any spoilers, so check that out. And now, of course, I would be remiss. Sorry, like I said, just getting stuff organized. We've been remodeling this house for about 17 years. Stephen King, Cycle of the Werewolf, and every other thing that he's written. Though I like his older stuff. The Stand is probably my favorite. I think The Dark Half was the last one of the books of his that I really, really liked. I mean, but that's pretty cool. If you've ever seen Silver Bullet, that's what it was based on, was Cycle of the Werewolf. So anyway, that's my list of my top 5 horror authors. So if you haven't checked them out, heck, why not? I mean, don't take my word for it. But those are some good reads. Don't do this either. I gotta go.